What up YouTube? Today I have a good video for you guys today. So what we're doing today is we are swapping a starter in a 2002 Gs300. But this should work for any IS300, SC300, or even a Super, to be honest, because anything with the 2J, this should work. Excuse the noises in the back, my neighbors are trimming their trees. And as usual, I am already a few steps into the process, but I feel like that's the perfect time to tell you guys how to do it. Okay, so now here we are underneath the car, because again, it's already in the air. So this is a starter right here. I already started loosening the bolts, so what you need to do, if you're gonna, my glove is in the way. If you're gonna pull out the starter, there's a cap on this little bolt right here. Pull it off, and you unscrew the bolt. It's a 12 mil, and that undoes, what does it do? There's the line going to it right here. This is the actual main power, and you pull that back, you unbolt it, pull it off. There's also a plug right there off the side, as you can tell where my finger's pointing. You just unplug that, it just came right off. That's it. It's like mine's like right there where my fingers are. It's that. So that just slides it off and you're done. Now, the major part are getting to the bolts on the back of the starter. So what I did for okay, so here wait. There's one right there. Where the tip of my finger is. Right there. And there's also one way in there that you kinda can't really tell. Let me see. You can't really see. Oh, there it is, right there. It's already started. So right where my finger is, all the way back there. This one's easy enough to get to. What I did to get to this, is I used a 14 millimeter, because both those bolts are 14 mil. I used a 14 mil wrench, and then I just use a socket extension to get more leverage and break it loose. Now, that was the easy one. For the harder one, let me show you guys what I did. Here, So this marvelous contraption is how I got to the top one. So I did use the impact gun just for making it easier, and then I had to use a swivel socket in the end, again 14 mil, all the extensions possible. And how I did that is I wiggled it through back here. Excuse the wiring again, this is a pile of crap cars. Still need to clean this up a little bit. Ooh, it's not the easiest thing to do, but you wiggle it through back here. You can reach it right here. The socket goes, and it's just all loosey-goosey, and then you kind of just like line it up with it. I can't really see it, but again, that's the point. You just kind of line it up with it. It's focusing the wrong spot. Okay, there it goes. Line it up with it. Take your time, and there it goes. So see, swivel extension gets you all you need, and then I already loosened it so you can just do it by hand. And oh shit, it's stuck. Oh, that was convenient. Okay, so that's that part of the process. Once you undo those two bolts, undo those other things, the starter should slide right off. So I'm gonna catch you guys up with that, because again, this is actually the first time I've done it, but I watched a YouTube video on it, and now I'm making a YouTube video on it. So that's the way the world goes round. So, and just like that, the starter's out. Now, as you can tell, very easy install. So 2 bolts right there, and just those things in the back. So here's a better view of it. So there's the bolt right there, and the plug right there. So just like that, it's out. So I'm assuming this thing was bad, because I kept having blown fuses. Like every time I replaced the starter fuse, it go. And either way, this is an old starter, so I was like, you know what, might as well just replace it, see if this is actually the issue. So at the moment, I actually don't have the new starter on hand, because I still need to go to AutoZone, return this bitch, that way I get my core deposit back, and I ordered one yesterday. So hopefully it'll be there around 3 or 4 today, so I'm gonna pick up that by then. But again, just in case I don't pick up by the install, or for the install, 2 bolts, line them up, bolt right there, plug right there, and you're good. But yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys up later on. But if you guys just want the short version video, you guys can end right there, and then the rest of it just install. So there you go. Alright y'all, so we're back at it with the Lexus. Went to the store, bought the new starter. So as you can tell, fucking pristine, especially compared to the old bitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign this bitch in. So before we install it, I just wanna make sure everything's there. So I noticed that it came with a new bolt, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Or make sure, oh, not gonna do that. Make sure it's off before I install it. Just make sure it's a quick visual inspection. Just make sure everything's all as it should be. I mean, you never know. It's just worth checking. It is a brand new starter. I didn't buy a remanufactured one. But some quick tips before I actually go and install it. One, as you notice, there's the 2 bolt holes on the, well, now top and bottom. What you want to do before you install it is make sure the bolts are already ran through the engine, like where they're going to be. That way you can help line it up, because this bitch is going to be a pain in the ass to line up, because it kind of is tucked away. And then as well, also, again, while it's out, make sure you check over the connector that goes to this right here. Make sure it's all intact, that way it'll actually click in, just to make sure, I mean, it doesn't hurt. And as well, I also bought some dielectric grease. That way, hopefully, I can put it on the actual end of the terminal and just clean it up a little bit. And just, again, just make sure it's going to be fine. I just want to make sure it's all good. Alright, so this is the starter being installed right now. So what I did, I raised it up with my right hand, I wiggled it in there, I left the bolts where they are in the holes, and I used the top one first. Again, my long rod to get to the top bolt. Just doing it by hand by now, just to make sure it's tight. I wedged it on there, lined it up on this side with my other hand, and just twisted it on. And then now I am like just slowly just tightening it. And again, I just want to make sure it's lined up. I'm gonna press this side down, start throwing the bottom one in. But it's actually a pretty easy install, to be honest. You just need to be a little clever with how you kind of wiggle it through here. But I mean, it doesn't get caught in anything. And honestly, if you have a new starter, you can probably get this done like in 30 minutes at most. Okay, y'all, so this is where we're at. So, starter is installed. This plug thing was broken on mine, so what I did, I wrapped a zip tie all the way around it. Tightened it all the way down, and I put one across right here. That way the other zip tie doesn't fall down. So that is secured in. I went ahead, I cleaned this off, which was some sandpaper. That way when I put it on, it's nice and clean and gets the best connection possible. So that's it for today's video. Shit. Ugh. I got oil in my mouth. Or some kind of shit filling my mouth right now. But that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found it useful. If you guys did, comment down below, subscribe, do what you guys gotta do. But if anything, I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you guys for going this far in the video. Like, subscribe, go to the No Worries IG, like and subscribe to all the shit that's on there, or follow, whatever it's called. Sorry guys, I'm tired, but yeah, hope you guys have a good day. So that's it for today, and deuces.